Hello there, welcome back. This is going to be the final episodes covering Y Industries, the basic Y Industries, okay, Yoki Industries. I promise this last episode is going to go over kind of a application as to how to use Yoki Industries. This is somewhat, although advanced. In other words, once you are able to do what I'm doing here, you are already rather well advanced in the game, right? You should already have researched probably your first armor by then, right? So this is obviously not going to be any kind of game breaking by the time you're able to do what I'm telling you, about to tell you. So there's one final thing that I want to cover before I talk about this little build that I have over there. There is a segment of the way of the Yoki energies, this transformation up here that you see. In my opinion, they don't actually belong here. In my opinion, they actually belong in the Yoki Industry tab. So maybe this is something that Yoki can fix or move. Why? Because they are transforming coal into oil, or coal into light oil, or wood into petroleum gas. Okay. Especially this water. This water belongs to this over here because you see these water buildings over here, so they should stay over here. As well as this sulfuric acid. So this whole section here don't really belong in the energy part. I did not cover it because well, rarely are you going to use these transformation, but they're there for you. Okay, they actually use some really nice name too. For example, the coal to liquid petroleum, coal to liquid synthesis, the Fischer-Tropsch process. Right? This is actually a real process. I'm a biochemist by training, so I sort of know these sort of things. And wood gas synthesis, well, actually that can actually work in life. So these are real processes. You can actually liquefy coal to make a substance that is close in property to oil. Anyways, so yes, these exist, so don't miss them out. They might be crucial for you, especially if you're running very low on oil and you're not able to transform Unicomp into oil. Then you can transform your coal reserves into oil, or your coal reserves into light oil and some petroleum gas. Okay, and especially if you play with tree mods, you can transform the raw wood that you grow from the tree farms into petroleum gas directly. All right, so that basically covers everything that I wanted to cover. Now, we are going to have some fun. Okay, what do we have here? Well, this, my friend, is my way, or rather, one of the ways in which you can make Unicomp. Okay, and this method uses an investment of about 20 initial Unicomp, as well as all of these other investment into modules. As you can see, all these are speed 3 modules, very expensive. This, of course, is available for people with bases that are rich in resources, and you have hoarded quite a bit of resources to build these things. So don't expect to be able to make this running just as soon as you start your map. But what it does, so let me explain, is it takes advantage of the way in which you refine oil in vanilla. So this here is a cross mod, shall we say, exploitation, or rather taking advantage of some possibilities that are open in cross mod, interactions. So as you know, if you put in productivity modules into the oil refinery, you will get extra oil or extra products after X number of runs, right? A productivity of 10% means that it takes 10 runs in order to generate 3 extra heavy oil, 3 extra light oil, and 4 extra petroleum gas. Okay, that means you need to spend 100 crude oil. Okay, so we can, of course, take advantage of this to generate that extra stuff, as well as the extra lubricant you get from transforming the heavy oil, and use the formula that transform lubricant, petroleum gas, as well as light oil back into Unicom. In this manner, we can create a perpetual cycle of ever more and more Unicom. Okay, so you put in 20 Unicom, and you will get out even more Unicom by the end of the every 10 cycle. So this this method only requires that you have the initial investment in the modules, as well as the energy that you're going to have to expend. Okay, in my opinion, this is way better than playing with replicator mods. I know that there are like several versions of replicators or whatever not. This I think is more fun than replicators. Right? In order to be able to put together this kind of build, you have to understand how the various resources interact through the Sumoto restructure, and how you can transform various resources from one form to the other. Okay. So the main crux of this build is basically you are transforming oil from Unicom. The oil goes through the oil refinery with the basic oil processing. You slot two of the productivity module 3 into the oil refinery. The oil refinery gives you the heavy oil, right, which you promptly mix into lubricant. You slot this process also with productivity modules, and you turn the rest of the output, the light oil, directly into Unicom, the petroleum gas into Unicom, as well as the lubricant into Unicom. Okay, and the rest is just balancing the speed of the various buildings. So you see I place a bunch of beacons everywhere in order to speed up the oil refinery. This one is operating at a speed of 6.7, which is equivalent to the speed of the Sumoto restructure. Now this is crucial here. You want the Sumoto restructure providing the oil to be operating at the same speed as the oil refinery. Okay? So this kind of beacon layout, you should also notice the type of modules that I saw into the beacon, right? This beacon here is crucial. You don't want to put higher, you need to put a level 3 speed module as well as a level 1 speed module, but not in any other combination. Otherwise, you won't get the 6.7 crafting speed in this Sumoto restructure. Okay. The rest of the layout could probably be improved, but I'm not really interested in improving this layout. I mainly built this layout to demonstrate the sort of resource interactions that you need to be aware of if you play Yuoki Industries for a long time. And you can then use this kind of resource interactions to to do this sort of thing, and to your benefit, of course. Of course, is this cheaty? Of course not. I mean, you are spending energy. Of course, I'm using here a test mode solar panel, but of course, in a real game, in a survival game, you would spend real energy in order to get this working, right? So it's not at all cheaty. I mean, you are spending real resources to get more resources. Is this more compact than always going out to mine? Probably. You can use this kind of build to turtle if that's your playstyle. I mainly don't turtle, but I don't like to build too many outposts. So I prefer to build a very large processing complex. I have several sub-processing wings, or you can call them outposts, but they're not too far from my main base. So the other part of this build is you need to balance this crafting speed of the chemical plant making the lubricant, as well as the final buildings that are consuming the lubricant, the petroleum gas, and the light oil. Okay, so you can see that the crafting speed of this here is 5.25. It barely keeps up with this Sumoto restructure, turning the lubricant into Unicom. Okay, so the layout of this beacon here are very, very crucial. So this pattern here, there may be a better pattern, or it may be a nicer looking pattern, but I don't know. You can try to find out. But this pattern here is required in order to get this to be the crafting speed of 5.25. Now, the crafting speed of this 3 Sumoto restructure down here is mainly affected by these 2 beacons here. So you need a beacon slotted with basically speed 3 modules, and a beacon slotted with one speed 1 and one speed 2. Okay, and you notice how the field is affecting, right? This two motor structure is affected by these two beacon, but this motor structure is only affected by this beacon and not by this beacon. Okay, so that's crucial. So remember that. This here is a crafting speed of 4.5, this here is a crafting speed of 3.5, and this here is a crafting speed of 4. Okay. The reason why they have different crafting speed is because the rate in which the product is created from the oil refinery are not the same. So you want the final consumer to be slightly faster than what the oil refinery could produce. That way you'll always keep the oil refinery working. Okay. So what do you get for all this trouble? The amount of resource spent here is probably a lot. I haven't calculated it, but it looks like at least 20 speed 3 modules, at least 4 productivity 3 modules, and some of the level 2 effectivity modules. So you're talking about maybe 4,000 of the ore, vanilla ore, both iron and copper, as well as a lot of plastics in order to make the red chips, the advanced chips. So yeah, resource-wise, this is quite a bit of investment. So what do you get for your investment? I've had this run for hours. So I have this is about maybe 8 hours probably. And so the time that I've been doing this recording, this has been running in the background, and you can see very stably. You are making 106 Unicomp, spending 80, so you net 26 per minute. Okay, that's a lot. 26 Unicomp is equivalent to 520 units of the vanilla ore, coal, iron, or copper. Okay. All you have to do is tile this out and rinse and repeat. You just need to provide power. You will have a limitless Unicomp. Okay. How much power are you spending? Well, quite a bit actually. You are spending 24.5, almost 25 megawatts of power. Part of the jump in the power has to do with the fact that I connect this grid to the laser down there. So actually, you're only spending 24.5 megawatts. Okay, but this is already, you can see that you need one Omnisk reactor, at least 1.5, in order to provide the power to this complex. If you have 2 of this, you need 3 of those Omnisk reactor, and quite a few of the Renzur turbine, or the 14 point, is it 0.9? Yeah, 14.9. Yeah, 14.7 generator, in order to provide the power to run this complex. So the kind of logistic that goes to run these things are not simple. Okay, so by the time you're able to make this sort of complex, you should already be fairly advanced in your game. Alright, so I hope that this gets you excited in playing Yuoki Industries. The ability to transform Unicom from thin air, basically just provide energy and you have infinite amount of Unicom. And I shall see you in the next episode. In the next episode I will cover Y engines, which is an add-on. So this add-on is where the fun begins. So Yoki had the insight to basically put a lot of his more complex and advanced stuff in add-ons, because he thinks that it may not be for everybody. But that's where the fun begins actually. The Y engines also have some other work-in-progress machines, right? So we'll cover that. This probably be split into maybe 2 to 3 episodes, because there's a lot of things to talk about. The resource management in the Y engine is rather chaotic. It's not easy, and the profit from war required maybe 3 to 4 episodes to cover completely, because that itself is also quite complex. Okay, but not to scare you away, I hope you will tune in. So see you soon.